Hey y'all, so future editing Scotty is here because of course I forgot to film an intro to this Colorado Springs vlog. So here I am, just keep it quick. Just wanted to let you know that in this video, I'm taking you with me for my week-long vacation in Colorado Springs. I went to Colorado Springs because one of my brothers named Shay lives there with his wife, and they had a baby girl, their first baby girl, in April. So I had to get there to meet her, meet baby Cora, and my mom and my sister and her two kids, my two nephews, came and stayed in the Airbnb with me because one of my nephews turned 5. His name is Rain, and we had a bunch of fun for his birthday, and it was just good quality family time. I do read a book, surprisingly, in this vlog. I was hoping to read more from Arab authors because if you don't know, in April it is Arab American Heritage Month, and I was trying to read like 2 or 3, but I ended up reading just one book. I'm not going to spoil what that is here. I'm just going to get right into the video and you guys can see what book I ended up picking and finishing and what my thoughts were. So grab a drink. I have a margarita here and let's just get right into the vlog. Hey y'all, so I am at the Airbnb, just popping in really quick to give you a little tour. So let's go. Hey y'all, so I'm finally back with an update because as you can tell, I've been very busy the last few days. My family from Indiana came to not only see the new baby that my brother had here, and he lives in Colorado Springs, but it's also one of my nephew's 5th birthday that happened on the 22nd. So we surprised him with a trip to Great Wolf Lodge, which is like an indoor water park that's all geared towards kids, and we had a ball. And I don't get to see them super often because they live in Indiana, so I just wasn't reading as much. However, they did leave to drive back to Indiana today, and I have a little bit more time here in Colorado Springs. So I'm gonna take you along with me today to go around downtown, go to some bookstores, and to catch up on some reading. So I think that in the B-roll it showed that I was reading Minor Detail, and I'm about halfway through this book, but I don't want to give an update yet because the book is so short, it's like less than 100 pages, I believe, that I'm just gonna wait until the end. But I will be finishing this today for sure. And then I'll be deciding if I want to pick up If an Egyptian Cannot Speak English, which I have here, which is a fiction book, or if I'm feeling nonfiction and go for Perfect Victims. So I'm just gonna bring you along with me today. I'm gonna get some lunch, gonna go to some bookstores and just hang out and catch up on some reading so that you actually have reading content in this vlog and not just me hanging out with my family. So let's go. And then the coolest part about this Airbnb is that we have farm animals back here. So here are the 2 pigs. The one with the white feet here, his name is Pearl. And then there's Penelope here. And the host has given us like animal crackers and stuff to feed them. And then if you come over this way, they're gonna follow me because they're used to getting some food. We have Daphne here, which I'm gonna try to zoom in. If you can see her, little goat that's there. And then there's Frank. We'll see if he'll run away. They don't like the pigs as much. And then here's the sheep named Frank. So let me go inside and get some animal crackers to give to them. The essentials for the day. Okay, hey guys, so just checking in really quick because obviously you guys saw that I was at a place called Boil Daddy for a seafood boil, which if you don't know, that's like my favorite thing to eat ever. And what's funny is that before today, I would always say like, you can't really go wrong with a seafood boil, but yeah, I would not recommend that place. I don't know what it was about their sauce, but it was just like sweet. I got like the medium level of spice and like their mix of all, which was like garlic butter and Cajun seasoning. And it was like sweet and really thick and like not spicy at all. So I went to the next level, which was called like OMG. And it was like extra spicy, like can't give it back, whatever. And still just not it. I mean, I still ate it, but like it was kind of a situation where I was like, well, I'm gonna eat this crab or whatever without as much sauce on it as possible. But that was like such a weird experience for me. And before you say anything, I also know that yes, I am in Colorado Springs and not near the ocean at all. However, I'm from Phoenix and I've traveled all over the place and have had so many seafood boils, but like legitimately my favorite seafood boil is at a spot in Phoenix. And Phoenix doesn't have any ocean, so I feel like that's not really a justified reason to not be good, but I don't know. Maybe there's a demographic that's here that doesn't like spicy, or I don't know. But it was really weird. So that was kind of a bust. So we're just gonna head downtown and go to Poor Richard's bookstore, which I've heard a lot about around town. Like that's like the known like bookstore here. And I'll walk around downtown because I haven't been around the downtown area because I've been, as you guys saw, I'm kind of out in the wilderness, like in Black Forest with the Airbnb, and my brother lives out that way as well. So it's about a 30-minute drive from wherever the Airbnb is to get to downtown, and I haven't done that yet. So I'm gonna bring you along with me to go to Poor Richard's. I always want to call it Little Richard's. Poor Richard's, and to walk around downtown. Let's go. Okay, y'all, so it is the next day, and I didn't ultimately finish Minor Detail all the way through, but I'm going to finish it today. So I'm gonna take you with me. Right now I'm going to get breakfast because I have checked out on my Airbnb, and my flight is later this evening, so I'm gonna hit up another bookstore, I believe, and then probably go back to Poor Richard's because I absolutely loved it. I'll talk more about it when I'm not in the car around a bunch of people looking at me. So yeah, just come with me for my last day in Colorado Springs. All right, y'all. So I am back from my week-long vacation, and I'm so sorry, but I only finished one book during that week. But as you can see in the B-roll, I had so much fun with my family. Not only do I have a brand new niece and was able to spend so much time with her, which this is my brother's first kid, not my first niece, but my brother's first kid. And it was just so exciting. And my mom, my sister, and her two boys, my two nephews, came with us. And the oldest of her kids, he turned 5. So as you can see, we spent a full day and night at the Great Wolf Lodge in Colorado Springs. And the Airbnb that we had a bunch of animals. And like, I just was so full of joy and love. And I was just really immersed in family time. However, I did finish Minor Detail, and as you saw in the B-roll, on my flight home after I finished this book, I did pick up Perfect Victims, which is a nonfiction book that I wanted to read because I read the book, One Day Everyone Will Always Have Been Against This. I'll put it up here, and it was just okay for me. I had some qualms with it, and I'll leave a video up top that I talked about those qualms, but a lot of people had told me that Perfect Victims was a better read if you're trying to understand like the Palestinian like experience. So I picked that up, and I'm about this far in, if you can see. I'm only like 25 pages in, but I'm really enjoying this so far, and so sorry I didn't finish it, but I'm hoping to finish it next month in the month of May. However, I did finish Minor Detail, and this little book did pack a punch. However, I think that the translation made it less emotionally I guess it made me feel a little less emotionally invested with the word choices that were picked for the translation. I don't read a lot of translated works, and I'm trying to get into it a bit more, but I could definitely tell it was translated. There was a lot of repetition, and I think that that was intentional because we're talking about war and the repetition of war, getting up, doing the same thing every day. I get that, but I wish that I could have read the original text if I knew that language. I think it would have hit harder. So I don't know if I can't remember. This week has been so crazy, but I don't remember if I told you the premise of this, but it's kind of two different timelines where we talk about the summer of 1949 when this teenage girl is captured, raped, and killed. And then we move forward many years to the present day where we follow a female main character who is really obsessed with the story of that teenage girl. And what do I want to say about this? The ending really shocked me and it almost moved me to tears, but it did feel a little slow, even though it's only, how many pages is it? It's only just a little over 100 pages, I believe. It did feel a little slow and repetitive, but like I said, that might have been intentional. However, what I really took from this book was understanding what it's like to live in that area and how, if you are Palestinian, all of these different check marks of where you need to go and the color cards that you have to see how much clearance you have to go to the next spot, and the claustrophobia that I felt from this female main character when she was trying to go and research in these Israeli sanctioned spots to learn more about the teenage girl who was raped, killed, and murdered ultimately, which is not a spoiler, it's on the back of the book, was intriguing. So I'm very interested to read more books like this. I kind of feel like I knew where the story was going to go, but that was okay because the experience that I felt with following the main character and understanding what it was like for her to live in this area was very moving to me. But overall, is this book going to stick with me for a long period of time? I feel like no. But this is like one of the first fictional books that I've read from someone who is Palestinian and can tell their intimate experience. So please let me know down below if you've read this book, if there are other books, like fiction or nonfiction, that you think would be better for me. I still don't really know what to rate this book because I don't want to rate it low because I think it's important for us to read right now to understand what's going on over there. But was it the most moving thing in the world for me? Not really. Oh, another thing is that there were like some horror elements in this book. In the time period of the summer of 1949, there's a commander who we're following, and he's the main character in that portion of the book. And he gets like this spider bite, and the spider bite, or we think it's a spider bite, but it starts to fester, and like he's starting to kind of go a little insane, also probably with the redundancy of war and just being in a desolate spot was really cool, and it gave these horror elements that I really enjoyed. So yeah, I don't know. As you guys can tell, I'm a little like all over the place with like doing this review, but I overall did enjoy it. I feel like if you're interested, you should definitely pick it up. I would say it's probably like a 3.5-star read for me. I don't think I'm going to remember it very much, but I'm glad that I read it. So I just don't want to say much else because I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil this short little book. But yeah, like from the synopsis, it gives you pretty much everything of what this is about and just go into it. And there is a little bit of a twist at the end, which was cool to me. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for being here for this vlog. You got to see a little bit more of my life. Sorry I didn't get to more Arab or Arab American authors. I just ran out of time and was just enjoying family time. But if you like what you saw here, you go chill, please. If you like what you saw here, please hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. Also, hype this video because it helps me get to a bigger community of people who haven't explored my channel before and to grow this community of more diverse readers. As I mentioned before, please comment down below if you know other Palestinian authors or Arab authors for that matter, because I don't read a lot of them. And I need to do that not just in the month of April, but all year round. If you have any suggestions, please leave them down below. And other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Chat soon, y'all. Bye.